well, it's daylight and I can get a better assessment on the damage, where the weaknesses were, where my failures were. Time to take an introspect about, yeah, what I failed at, and then what I can do to strengthen that, and try to add a couple of other levels of protection. So stay tuned and we'll look at predator proofing the homestead. Hello folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. This is the following morning after the catastrophic chain of events that happened here on the homestead yesterday. When I got home last night from work about 7:30, of course it's dark out, I come up to feed my animals and I found a goat with a broken leg in a place of the barn where she shouldn't be. And then I came out to feed the turkeys and they were gone. All I found was feathers. And I found 3 places that where it had been completely ripped off. So something somehow got in and pushed the fence out, or came up and grabbed the fence to pull it off to gain access to the turkeys. But both my Tom and my Jenny are gone. They're Naragansette turkeys. Man, they're a heritage breed and they're really expensive. I spent a year and a half looking for this breed and finally found a pair. So in the spring, I will be ordering 3 Jennies and a Tom chicks and raising them, and most likely building them a new house, or the geese a new house, and putting them in here. But I'm going to be fortifying this. So here's my failure with this one. When I put these together, I put them together with zip ties, those plastic zip ties on the other corners. The reason why the creature couldn't get this totally off is because the wire, excess fencing wire that I have, I used it to put that together, so it couldn't get that fence off. So I think what I can do is use wire on all the corners, so whatever it was that got in here, it can't get that fence off in the future. I'm also packing gravel around the outside edges and putting gravel inside and laying cement across the foundation, so things can't get in underneath, because I noticed I was getting rats inside and they were taking the turkey food. So those are things I can do to take care of this part of it. The ducks and the geese that survived, they took refuge in the pond, so whatever it was, it had no interest in water. So they stayed safe in the pond. But the other 2 ducks, I had a little bit older duck that's kind of lame. He kind of spent most of his time on shore, so he was a sitting duck, no pun intended. But I kind of halfway expected a predator to get him because he's getting old. And then the female duck, I was surprised that she got taken. But then there's my goat. I have to go set that leg. I went and looked on the internet and found things that I could do on setting the leg, and talked to the gal who sold me the goats, and she's had goats who have broken legs once in a while. So I shared with her my plan. She gave me some extra tips, and so we're going to go ahead and set this goat's leg. So let's get that done. Yeah. So we got the, I bought some medical supplies. One thing I got was this wide 3M medical tape bandage, and I got this ace wrap type material that adheres to itself. We use this in the hospital, but they sell these at your local feed stores that when they deal in livestock, so you guys can buy these. There's a lot of stuff you can buy down there for animal husbandry. And after looking at some videos and talking to some people about splinting a broken leg, I come across some very good information how I can do this. Apparently a lot of people deal with the goats with broken legs. So her leg wasn't broken in a spot where it's going to be too awfully bad to splint, and it's between the hock and the hoof. About halfway is where the break is. So we're going to tape that with the ace wrap to stabilize the site. Then I'm going to go ahead and place this foam rubber pipe material cut to length on it to give it some more stability and rigidity, kind of like a splinting. We're going to tape that on, and then I'm going to get these paint sticks that the gal who sold me the goat suggested I use, and I'm going to put those on and tape them down really good. So as far as the bandages and stuff, that's all I needed for splinting that leg. But as an extra, I went ahead and bought the 3 cc or milliliter hypodermic needle, and I bought a container of livestock penicillin, and I got this from my same source as I got the bandages, and I also get my animal feed down there. Wonderful supply place. Anyway, this size of goat takes about 2 cc's or 2 milliliters of injectable penicillin, and it's recommended subcutaneous, not intramuscular. So we're just gonna inject it right under her skin. We pull up some skin on her back and get it loose and inject the needle, and she doesn't even flinch. Scissors. You okay? Okay. That's sweetie. Here's some grain for your trauma. Come on, girls. There's some grain for your trauma. Sorry about that. Well, it looks like she's up, she's walking around, and she's off of that foot now. So that, we'll keep a close eye on her. I got to give her penicillin injections twice a day for no less than 5 days. So I'm going to be busy with that. I just bought one hypodermic, so I got to run down and buy at least 9 more if I'm going to do 5 injections day and night. So much is the life of a farmer. Okay, there's a couple of other features I can add to help thwart certain types of predators, and that is installing these motion detector floodlights. These are LED floodlights that are connected to the off-grid bunny bungalow, which gives them this power through its battery bank. So these will come on. I've got one facing the chicken coop and the bunny bungalow, and another one facing the turkey shed and the barn. It's kind of like too late to the turkeys, but these will activate every time something goes in front of it, and the lights will be coming off and going off and on all night long. But I don't care, it needs to happen. So scare lights is what I call them. We got those activated and those are going. Another thing I can do is install and activate my electric fence. This thing is a survivor from my barn fire. It melted a little bit, but it still functions. So I will just activate the electric fence, and hopefully that will deter other creatures. I know electric fence is really effective against bear. They do not like electric fences. So if this was a bear, hopefully this will stop the bear. And there's yet another predator deterrent that we can deploy that I've learned about speaking to other farmers in our area. And what they do is they put a radio in the barn, on talk radio, and it at least keeps the cougar away, because cougar don't like to be near human voices. So this is one of those emergency radios that I picked up from an estate cleanup, brand new, never been used. It's got solar panels on the back, so it'll charge the battery. So the best place to put this is in the window right here. When the morning sun comes up, it'll charge the batteries and keep them going. And as I come up here daily, I can just, all I need to do is recharge it by doing this, or I can just put, keep batteries in the thing. So either way, it runs. And so we can tune it to, let's see, what talk radio station will scare cougars away? I think NPR, because they talk. I think they're 24/7, I'm not sure. We'll try them first. But anyway, that's another deterrent to at least keep cougars away. Well, I did have other projects I had set aside specifically for today, but I had to go to alternate plans because these crises came up. Man, that sucks. Anyway, hopefully the goat will survive. Her leg will mend. Might be a little crooked, but at least she'll mend. I don't think I could get her pregnant, get her bred this year. because of that leg. But her sister, I'll get her bred and get her in milk, so we can at least have one milk goat this year, or this coming new year. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked up in the mountains in the wilderness of southwestern Oregon. Yeah, homesteaders in the wilderness have a lot of this to go on. So we've had fox, raccoons, owls. Yeah, I had an owl take a baby gosling. And then we've had hawks take a chicken. We've had a neighbor's dog take a chicken. We've had coyotes, a coyote take some geese. We've had this mystery animal. It's either a bear or a cougar, or maybe even a bobcat, take livestock. Yeah. Well, apparently all of our best laid out plans and all of our valiant attempts at protecting our livestock, there's always a crafty critter that manages to circumvent your intentions. Yeah, speaking of that, just a thought. We've had that rodent problem, and we need some of these predators around to take care of the rodents, like the fox. They're great rodent catchers, so just making sure the fortifications are more heavy duty than the creatures that want to eat your livestock. Yeah, there's plenty of deer for them to eat. I don't know why they don't eat those. Yeah, I gotta go get this penicillin serum in the refrigerator, and then I've got to go down to the feed store and pick up at least 9 more syringes with needles. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you guys for joining me on our epic adventures, both good and bad. I try to be transparent to you guys and show you the lovely side of homesteading and the not so lovely side of homesteading. That way you guys who are dreaming of homesteading, you can be fully aware of what you're getting yourself into. Please stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. You're giving me a thumbs up and sharing my videos on your social media platforms. That helps out a lot. And please leave a comment. You know what? You guys have been leaving a lot of great comments and great points and a good counsel. I've been reading those. I just thank you guys so much for engaging with me. Follow me on social media. I'm currently uploading to Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, Blogger, Tumblr. I'm on Parlay and LinkedIn. And hey, keep my son in your prayers. He's a wildland firefighter. He's down in California fighting the biggest and worst fire they have, and they're expecting more winds. So I thank you guys for that. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.